We don't know how to farm crops, and all our animals have been killed by the drought. We are just waiting to die of starvation out here.
Housing and settlement, manufacturing, the digital superhighway and creative economy, the service economy, environment and climate change. These are the critical sectors that we want to drive our development.
Well, for more on Kenya's election and the country's economy, we spoke to Agnes Gitau, who's the managing partner of GBS Africa. She says one of Kenya's main challenges that the next president has to tackle with will be high youth unemployment.
Absolutely. One of the biggest challenges for Kenya as a developing country is high rates of unemployment, which is about 12.5% according to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. One of the promises by two candidates, the main contenders of this party, have promised different things to address high rates of unemployment. And one of those is, one of the party has promised an enterprise fund, which is nicknamed as the Hustler Fund. This is about $400 million to support young people, young men and women who have no jobs, to get access to finance so they can set up their own enterprises. The other political party has promised about 6,000 Kenya shillings. That's about $60 per person, and this is just purely directed to the vulnerable and unemployed people. But the biggest challenge is how they're going to access, where they're going to find this money, given the current economic hardships in the country. Remember, we're going just through post-pandemic. Then, of course, you have the impact of Ukraine and Russia crisis. The only source of financing to implement their campaign promises would be taxation, perhaps expanding the tax base. Secondly, if they create a conducive environment for doing business, this will attract investment into the country, and hopefully this will provide the additional funding they require to address high rates of unemployment. The inflation rate is about 8.3%. This is above the central bank rate of about 5 to 6%, right? And is expected to rise to about 10 to 11% by the end of Q4. How do you deal with this? I think government has tried to intervene with subsidies. They've subsidized one of the staple food flour, which is used by many families. They've also tried to subsidize other products that Kenyans use. But how far can these subsidies, and how can the government afford these subsidies? I think the long-term solutions to address particularly the supply chain challenges is building local capacities and investing in the local supply chains so that we are not affected by global shocks that we've seen with the current crisis.